What's up, baby? Does it seem as if some people are just more natural in their rhythm, as if they were born with some rhythm genes? Well, that's what I'm going to talk about today. The reason why I want to talk about this topic is because as an active dance instructor for over 15 years here in the Bay Area at a college level, I see so many types of students. In the Silicon Valley, we have so many working professionals, engineers, doctors, lawyers. I got young kids, high school kids, college kids, grandfathers, grandmothers. So I got all sorts of students. I get asked this question a lot. And the question is, am I missing the rhythm gene, if there is such a thing? I think it's a valid question for beginning students, for people who just want to try to start the rhythm. Because so often we want things right away. We expect to get things immediately. And it's so easy to just say, hey, I'm not getting it. I'm not learning it in 5 minutes. I'm not learning it in 15 minutes or whatnot. And it's really easy to dismiss it as, I just don't have the genes. So this is why it's very important for me to talk about this today. I would love to have discussion on this. So if you have an opinion, if you have a suggestion, some facts even, love to hear in the comments below. Share with me as to what your theories are, and I'm definitely going to share mine with you guys. So if you're new to dance or somebody's struggling with rhythm, I got some good news for you. You definitely want to watch the entire video so that you can understand my theories and some of the techniques that I have for building rhythm. So ultimately, this question comes down to this. Is dancing and rhythm, is this something that some people are just born with and some people are born without? Or is it a skill that anyone can acquire? Or is it a combination of both? Love to hear what everybody thinks. Put it in the comments below. So to immediately answer the question, I want to say this is 100% a skill that anybody can learn. And I'm going to tell you why. And the thing is, I used to think that it's partial. I used to think it was a mixture. I used to think that, some people are just not born to dance. Just early on in my career as a dance instructor, I've seen some people just take forever to even try to learn the rhythm. However, throughout my career as a dance instructor, I seen people that just seems like, you first look at them for the first 5 minutes, 10 minutes of struggling with the rhythm and just like, it seems hopeless. But then, because they don't give up, because they never quit, they're able to get it. And I'm going to share with you my testimonials, not just as a dance instructor, but as a just dancer myself. I'm going to share with you my experience and why I came up to the conclusion that it's 100% a skill that you can learn, that anybody can learn. So stay tuned. So one theory is this. A lot of people watch me dance now. A lot of great dancers, they say, oh, you must have been really good as a kid. You must have been dancing ever since you were little. Well, no. I'm going to tell you why. I do remember when I was in kindergarten, I was probably 4 or 5 years old. And at the end of the school year, we had to do a performance. Every kid had to learn a class dance, some sort of I don't know, maybe it was a folklorical dance or something like that. Anyways, I actually grew up in Taiwan. I didn't grow up here in the States. So as in elementary school and as well as kindergarten, I was in Taiwan, and we had to do a class dance. And I remember my mom watching me or helping me prepare, and she laughed at me. It wasn't like an evil laugh, but it was probably something that I did. I was probably really offbeat and really stiff. I remember she said I was really stiff, and she really laughed. I mean, in my mind, my impression of that event was that she's like, yeah, you know, clearly you can't dance. That was my impression at the time. And luckily for me, I didn't think too much of it. So I know that at that age, I was not a dancer. I didn't have rhythm. I was never taught rhythm. At that time, the instructors, the kindergarten instructor, just told us, okay, step to the left, raise your hand. Step to the right, raise your hand. And there was no rhythm taught in that, okay? So what I did, step to the left, raise my hand. Step to the right, raise my hand. And I didn't listen to the music. It was just a choreography, like do it here, do it there. It was not focused on the rhythm. Now, let's fast forward a few more years. Now I'm in elementary school. My family, we just immigrated to the United States. And what I see, Michael Jackson on TV, all right? Not just his awards, shows, and dance videos or music videos, even the commercial, the Pepsi commercial, for those that remember. It just inspired me. I was like, wow, man, every kid in school wanted to do the moonwalk, which we know now is the backslide. Every kid wanted to do that. I'm not different. I remember putting my socks on and just trying to slide the hell out of the carpet. I got shocked a lot. So those that remember, you get electricity just trying to slide on carpet with your socks. Anyways, I remember just trying to move, and I was somewhat successful in trying to learn the backslide. But the main thing I didn't learn was rhythm. Nobody taught me rhythm. My parents didn't dance, okay? My parents didn't dance. A lot of my friends, and at the time, dancing or breaking, popping, locking, b-boying, it was one of those things that you have to kind of socially just learn on your own. Nobody really even taught it. Even if your friend knows how to dance, he doesn't necessarily know how to teach it. Okay, so nobody really even talked about rhythm. It was all about, hey, you gotta move your leg this way, move your body this way, and whatever. So the key ingredients of dance is rhythm, and nobody talked about it back then. So anyways, I learned the general move of it, but it never looked good because it was not on beat. Make sense? Again, nobody taught me that. So now let's fast forward a little bit. Now I'm in high school. I remember Running Man. It was such a fun move, okay? It was all over the music videos. So I remember at a particular school dance, some of the kids were able to do it, and I remember at home I was trying to do it. I don't think I felt like I got it, okay? And at this one particular school dance, I remember it clicked. I felt it because I actually stepped to the rhythm of the music. If you have that experience before, you know what I'm talking about. If you never had that experience, then you've never danced before. Okay? When you dance, when your music, when your body actually connect to the rhythm of the music, you know you dance. You know it. You don't have to ask somebody, say, hey, am I actually dancing? You just know it. It's one of those things that you can feel it. Okay? So that's why you hear great dancers, great teachers tell you, hey, you gotta feel the music. That's what I mean. That's how you feel the music, because you actually know it. So anyways, at that particular school dance, I did the Running Man basically the entire night. I was Running Man from one corner of the gym to another corner of the gym because I was so excited that I got the move, okay? From that day on, I realized rhythm is key. It doesn't matter about the move, it's the rhythm. So I had to build rhythm. Sometimes our rhythm is shaky. Your rhythm isn't perfect all the time. Mine's not perfect. I'm still trying to get better, but it's better than it was a year ago, which was better than it was 5 years ago. Make sense? So rhythm is also a skill that you have to develop. Perfect analogy is take a look at NBA players. Do they ever stop practicing their shots? No. Do they ever stop practicing the dribbling? No. Dribbling is not or shooting a basketball is not a skill that you have or you don't. You're constantly getting better. You're trying to get faster. You're trying to get stronger, right? So rhythm is the same thing. I mean, there's so many aspects of rhythm. I mean, think about music. There are so many instruments. If you listen to today's music, there's so many different instruments in there. There's so many aspects of rhythm. You might be dancing to the kick drum, or the hi-hat, or the snare, or even the vocal. You might be able to dance from one instrument to another. And that takes training. It's not something like, oh, okay, I can clap on beat. Now I know rhythm. No, that's one aspect of rhythm. There's so many aspects to it. That's why when you see people who are great, you're like, wow, I didn't even hear that sound. I didn't even hear the bass line until this dancer showed it to me through his dancing, through his rhythm. So when your dance instructor tells you, get your rhythm better, that's what he means, or that's what she means. So don't just dismiss it as, oh, okay, I know how to clap on beat, I know how to march, then I got rhythm. You got a little bit of rhythm. Now you got to get more. And it's a lot more fun, guys, once you get there. Hope that makes sense. Henry Ford used to say, if you think you can or you think you can't, you're right both ways.